What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we're going to be talking about a hero that is honestly probably one of the fan favorites. However, he is a little bit of a bait hero, going to build Eironn a little bit too early in the game, especially as a free-to-play, might hurt your progression. However, if you can get a lot of copies of this hero, I'm not saying you shouldn't try as a free-to-play, I'm just saying his real power comes once he gets Mythic Plus. Kind of like a lot of heroes in game, but him especially, because his exclusive is absolutely amazing. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's talk about Eironn. He's amazing. So there's a reason why most people try to kind of avoid this hero building him too early, and that's because, well, his exclusive is really what makes him absolutely amazing. His Icewind Reverie, yeah, there we go. Howling Hurricane level 1. Eironn's first casting of his ultimate in battles does not consume energy, but the damage is reduced to 50% of the original damage. The damage portion isn't the important part here. If you guys have ever seen or used even a single copy, when he does use his ultimate, it basically just pulls everybody into a tornado vortex and brings them to the middle, immobilizing them for 3 seconds. Again, the damage isn't even the good part. It's the combo effects that Eironn actually kind of unveils. Now, surprisingly, he's a wilder rogue, but he's surprisingly tanky for a hero. If you're doing multiple battles, once you get past like level 700 of the AFK battle, which is going to take a while for most players, he's a really good option as like a front row tank to kind of pull them all together and combo with other heroes. You guys have Cessia. You know what her ultimate does? Yeah, it does a crazy good AoE. And other heroes also have nice AoEs. But again, until you get him right here to Mythic 2 or Mythic Plus, it's just not really as good. His Supreme Plus reduces an extra magic damage and everything that are in that cycle, and that's not as important. It's really the Howling Hurricane that does wonders. Now, again, like I said, he does combo pretty well with certain heroes, but really you don't even have to worry about upgrading this because it's really only increasing the damage unless you're going for the plus 10, which will give the immobilization up from 3 seconds to 6 seconds, which might buy your team a little bit more time here. He's actually one of the few heroes that has a skin too. If you do go further into the story mode, you can actually unlock his special skin from completing, I think it's chapter, man, what chapter are we on right now? If we go to the map here and we switch, it'll let me. Yeah, once you finish out, what is this, chapter 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, once you finish out the Viduso Mountains, that's when you actually get that. So just keep that in mind. His skin is available completely for free just for doing it. It looks pretty awesome too. Let's get some affinity up. If you guys didn't know, you can click the hero a few times a day and get some free affinity with them. It's like 6 or something like that. Okay, let's actually show him in combat so you guys can understand a little bit more about this hero. He's really good in PvP and he's really good in late game story. However, he's not really great in any of the boss battles. So I'm actually going to show him as a like substitute tank. Now remember, we're on AFK stage 711. This is very far up. We're going to see if he can plug and play into this team, but I mainly just want to show you what his ability does. The second the battle starts here, you're going to notice he instantly uses that ultimate. That brings them all together and just kind of puts them in a spot, and then he gets another ultimate off pretty quickly. That kind of buys time for a team to actually do what they need to do, and beyond that, like I said, they're all kind of grouped up, so if you do have some sort of AoE attack to follow up with that, it can turn out pretty good. Surprisingly, yeah, we were kind of stuck on this stage for a while, but by switching Thorin out for Eironn, it's really an interesting play, and like I said, we're kind of plug and playing him as a tank on this team, which is interesting. And then, yeah, we can, I guess we have to beat 2 of these, right? We have to beat a second lineup? No. Oh, I see. I kind of forget that once you get over 700, you actually need to beat 2 of these different waves. Interesting, but again, you can kind of just pull a bunch of them together, especially if they're annoying on the side. That time, however, it didn't exactly go to plan, but if for some reason you have some sort of team comp where you really want to group everybody together, the enemies together, it's really, really good. Story stages, he can be really amazing. Where he really shines the most, though, I think, is PvP. So one thing to note here, I typically run like my main 4 heroes, Thorin, Smokey, Rowan, and Cecia. He's actually an amazing addition to this team. I was not expecting him to be like a really awesome addition, but having him do that in the very beginning of the battle is actually a really cool disruption against the enemy team. So you'll see here, I usually put him right up there with Thorn because again, this is going to mess with their back line a little bit. It's going to mess with their positioning as well. And like I said, you also have Rowan coming in feeding energy, so he's going to get another ultimate off very quickly. And yeah, it's pretty solid because right here he's about to do another one, just grouping them up right before Cecia is going to do her ultimate. Yeah, oh, actually she might not because I didn't realize she was across from Vala, so this is going to be kind of rough. He isn't a crazy great damage dealer. As you can see, he is very disruptive with that ability, but we're going to lose to someone much lower just because we haven't been paying attention. Granted, their Smokey is very strong too, my goodness. Yeah, we're actually going to lose this one. Oh man, Vala, another really good PvP hero, and if you're not paying attention enough, you are going to take some major L's there, so keep that in mind. Now, heroes that you can kind of combo with him very well. One of them is actually Corrin. If you're working him up to Mythic Plus, this can be really good because his ultimate does this nice big AoE sweep attack that deals damage within 2 tiles, which is pretty cool. However, when you get the Mythic, when Corrin and the allies within 2 tiles cast their ultimates 3 times in total, Corrin's arms feel nature's power and enchants the spear with wilder magic, dealing additional true damage on his attack. So that's going to cause his ultimate to do even more damage, and again is a really good combo because they're both melee oriented, so they're right up in the enemy's faces. Eironn groups them up, Corrin does his nice big ol' AoE. Another really good combo, if you are a fan of the Wilders, is actually just throwing Granny Dahini. I never remember her name. She's Granny to me. Basically throwing her on the team as well, because once he groups everybody up and then she gets hit a bunch, she's going to use her Threshold of Jade ultimate, which, as you guys know, roots the enemies in place, and then you kind of follow up after that with a Cecia root, and it's just this kind of unstoppable CC chain that just makes this combo absolutely crazy. There are a couple other heroes that would benefit from this from damage wise. You know, you have someone like Leica who would really benefit from all the enemies being grouped up together. I mean, heck, even a hero like Tamesia, you know, she runs across the battlefield, but then she does her ult and smacks down. If she hits a giant clump of enemies, that's going to be some really good damage. So that's our quick explanation of why you see a lot of whales going for Eironn very early on. Again, personally, I don't necessarily think he's a great target to go for as a free-to-play, but if you do force this hero, he can do some amazing things in the story mode. He can do some amazing things in PvP. It really depends on your overall team composition. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Make sure you guys take 1 second, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about this hero. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.